guys, and welcome back to my channel to a brand new video. Or if you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Emma, I'm 16 years old and I'm currently recovering from anorexia, and this is my journey. So basically today I'm going to be doing a recovery update as well as a channel update and just what's going to be happening in the future to my channel and what's happening now to me and stuff as well. And I'm going to start this video off by clarifying how long I've been in recovery for. So I'd say I've been in recovery for around about a year and a half, and I had a bad period last June and July where I kind of fell off the whole recovery train and pretty much relapsed. But then I got back on that train and I've been recovering ever since then, and I would say I get stronger every single day, and I would say I've always been more mentally recovered than physically recovered, which is quite a rare thing, but I've always been able to see myself for what I am and see my body the way it was, and I was much in the beginning of my recovery, the first time I ever began recovery, I was really not accepting the fact that I had an ED, and I would reject the fact that I was sick and stuff, and I was just in complete denial of everything. And then on my second time round of recovery, I learned acceptance, and I learned to accept weight gain, I learned to accept my body for what it was, and I learned to accept that I had anorexia. And it was something that was extremely difficult to do because I didn't want that kind of thing over my head. In a way, I kind of felt ashamed that I had that, and it's not something that I should be ashamed about because it's something beyond my control, and it's something that I didn't choose to happen, and no one chooses to have an ED. But for some reason, I still felt this huge guilt and regret, and I just hated having that kind of anorexia over my head and stuff, and I think one of the main things was I felt like it took away my independence for such a long time, and I am such an independent person. I do everything on my own. I do like schooling on my own. I do like YouTube on my own. I do everything on my own. I am an independent person, and I don't really depend on anyone but myself, and I find life easier that way. But then when I was during my bad times, I had to depend on people, and people had to always be like watching me and like choosing what I do, where I go, and I couldn't stand that. I hated that. It was one of my main motivations to recover, so I didn't have that kind of people always there and always concerned about me, because I didn't like that. I didn't like people. I didn't like being a burden to people, and that's how I felt I was. And that was one of my main motivations to recover. So then when I did start to accept and stuff like that, this is when I really did start to recover properly. Then I started mini mod and I got even further in recovery, and that helped me with my weight gain. So I was kind of balancing out the whole physical and mental side of things, and ever since then, and then I got to a stage where I felt as if I could trust my body, and I knew that I was giving my body enough food, so I kind of just stopped mini mod and I kind of just trusted myself, and I've been like that ever since then. If I was to sit here and say that every day is perfect and I get on perfectly fine every single day with food, it doesn't bother me whatsoever, I don't get any guilt anymore, it would be a complete lie. And I still have bad days, I still have really good days, but the main thing is when you have a bad day that you don't let it affect or if you have a bad moment, you don't let it affect the day, you don't let it affect the week or the year even. You just have to move on and realize that was a bad time, and times, you know, like, you don't live forever. That's what I say. And you don't want to be stuck 70 years old or something and weighing out your cornflakes and worrying about calories, because there are so much things worse in life than an extra calorie or a hot chocolate or anything like that. And I don't want to be stuck doing this my entire life. And recovery has given me so much. Recovery has given me friends. Recovery has given me my life back. Recovery has given me a job. My YouTube, my Instagram. I've became a completely different person. It's kind of sad in a way, in some aspects, because I feel like my ED definitely did change me. And some for the better and some for the worse. It's definitely toughened me up mentally. I'm sorry, I'm getting all emotional, I don't know why. It's definitely toughened me up as a person. It's made me really independent. I felt like I depended on a lot of people before my anorexia and stuff, and then during my anorexia I had to depend on people even more, but then during recovery I became really independent. And that was so much better too, because I learned to cook, I learned to do lots of different things. I also lost a lot of people, obviously, and I also gained a lot of people. So there's pros and cons to everything that happened during my recovery. Right now though, I feel like I'm in a stage where my life isn't evolved that much now around food. I feel like a couple of weeks ago I did a video where I was saying that my life pretty much evolved around food every single day. But then it really doesn't, because I feel like food is becoming now, like, it's not my first priority anymore. It's not my second priority. It's more like a thing that I used to say that I live to eat rather than eat to live, but now it feels like I am actually eating to living. And some days that can be harder, because some days it doesn't. When you're going for extreme hunger, you really want the food, you need the food, and you kind of just want to eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. And then when you start to normalize things and normalize food and start to understand that, you know, like, it doesn't have to be your entire day. Your day doesn't have to be focused on your meal. Or I don't have to, after I eat my lunch, I'm not focused straight away on what I'm going to have for dinner or the next day or whatnot. And that's scary. That is probably one of the scariest things ever, because you're kind of like, what now? Like, I spent like 3 years or something, 4 years even, of my life so evolved around food, losing weight, like, doing everything around food and losing weight, gaining weight. I've did everything evolve around food, and it kind of feels like when you get to a stage where your life isn't obsessed with food that much anymore, and it's not like a first priority anymore, it's kind of like, wow, like, what do I do? And it's quite hard for me as well with my YouTube channel to, you know, continue to do lots of different, well, mainly my Instagram as well. Like, my Instagram, I click on my Instagram and all I see is food, and I used to spend hours and hours scrolling through my Instagram looking at lots of different food, because I would just obsess with it. Like, I would be watching videos of food, I'd be doing everything related about food, and really now I'm kind of just like, I don't know, like, it's not really a big thing for me anymore. Like, I click on my Instagram, but I don't scroll through feeds. I literally just respond to messages and post on my story, but it's not a big deal anymore, food to me. Like, it's kind of, I wouldn't say I'm not interested in it, because I'm still a foodie and I still really like food, but like, it's kind of normalized food for me in a way. Like, yesterday was the first time I had extreme hunger in a while, and that was mainly after eating just my Pizza Hut. But then as straight as when I hadn't ate something, I kind of just got like, after I had like that extreme hunger and I was feeling so hungry, then I ate something, I kind of satisfied straight away. And I kind of did this thing where I feel as if I would never be able to stop eating, or I never feel full, but now I realize that I do. Literally, when I eat something, I feel satisfied almost instantly. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there was a stage where I didn't feel satisfied at all, and I felt as if I would keep eating, but I'm kind of like now where I'm just like, if I listen to my body and what it wants, and I give my body what it wants, I can stop. Like, yesterday, it wasn't really that much of a big indulgence day for me, and the reason behind that was because, like, I was satisfied. Like, I didn't feel the need to, eat lots and lots of food, because I know if I'm well that my body is going to get it over the course of the next weeks, years, or whatever. And I don't know, it was just really, I'm not gonna lie, like, I enjoy my indulgence days and stuff, but like it kind of feels like now they're becoming just a normal day because I'm learning to do that pretty much every day. It's kind of just like a day where I just spend a lot of money and that's like it. But like that's kind of like every weekend, to be honest, for most people, because pretty much everyone gets like pretty much like a takeaway or whatnot on a weekend and stuff, and spends a lot of money on food on the weekend to go out for drinks or whatnot. So that's kind of like a normal thing now, and I guess that I'm just normalized with food, and it's scary and it's just weird in a way. So now that I've talked about how far I've got in my recovery and that I feel like I'm almost nearing the end of my recovery in a way, it's more like my physical side of things just need to be a little bit more up, and I still need to get my period back. But once I feel like I get that back, I feel like I'm kind of recovered, which is mad, and it's scary in a way because it feels like recovery is this never-ending journey. And it feels like you're never going to get rid of this awful thing until you actually take control back of yourself, you as a person, and you really, you give your all into everything and you push every single day. And even if it feels like that your screaming voice is going to literally physically kill you, you literally just need to push through. And there is an end, because I'm feeling as if I can see the end. Like there is literally, whatever people say, like the light at the end of the tunnel, because I'm almost there. And yeah, like that's just mad. So then talking about my my actual channel itself, like talking about where I'm going with my channel. So I just want to mention too that I don't think I'm going to be able to post daily anymore, and that's mainly because of the fact that I've got like my job, I've got school, proper important exams, GCSEs coming up, I've got like a bunch of different things going on inside of my life, and like I mentioned that like YouTube is a priority for me still, but it's not my first priority, and schooling, the situation at the moment, and my work is my main priority. But I feel like I need to start posting more quality over quantity, because it feels like it's kind of becoming a chore to get videos out. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoy doing it. It really helps me, you know, take up some of my day, and I like to do it and it's fun. But like I'm kind of feeling like it's kind of just like sometimes a bit of a chore. So what I'm gonna aim on doing is more what I eat in a day videos, just the general ones, the odd one. Just to keep myself accountable all the time. More challenge videos and more like, I guess, trying new food, like trying American candy, that kind of thing. But I don't want to post daily anymore. I'm kind of going to do maybe like once every 2 days, once every 3 days. And I know that's probably disheartening for a lot of people, because I know that people really like having videos daily, and it's something that I remember I made like a routine revolved around family vlogs one time where I'd have to watch them every single day, and I apologize that I can't continue to post every single day, but I just feel like I need to focus on a lot more important things in my life, and I will definitely post like once every 2 days or once every 3 days. It's definitely not going to be like a weekly kind of thing, or like once every 2 weeks or whatever. Like I'm gonna make sure that I do enough videos and make sure that my channel is stable and whatnot. But when I first started my channel, I didn't intend to post daily. It kind of became just a routine kind of thing, and a kind of thing that I really enjoyed doing, and it really helped my channel grow in lots of different ways. And that doesn't mean though that I'm not going to stop responding to messages or whatnot. I'm going to continue to respond to messages. I just want to apologise though if I don't get to your message straight away. I do get quite a lot of messages, and I wasn't expecting that whatsoever, but I do get quite a lot of messages and comments and stuff. So I'm not saying like I'm a big YouTuber or anything, because I'm definitely not, but I do get a substantial amount of comments and DMs and emails and stuff that I try to get through as much as possible. But I will continue to respond to them and give you my advice and stuff. But I just want to remind you on though too that I'm not like a medical professional or whatever, so I will try my best to guide you guys, but I can't say, like, I can't really answer the medical conditions or out like that. But yeah, I thought this was just a video that I needed to do, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.